Hey, is my mic working?
No.
No.
Oh, yeah, no.
Oh, okay.
Tyler, what was the best epic rap battle of history?
Maybe Bill Gates versus Steve Jobs.
Mitt Romney versus
Hey there, champs! I've been playing a good bit of the new Team Fortress 2 mod, Gold Rush. If you don't know, TF2 Gold Rush, not the map, is a free-to-play mod for TF2 released on Steam that, in essence, takes the game back to around 2009 to 2010. I say in essence for a reason. There's a couple of changes made balance-wise and some new maps as well. And after waiting a couple of weeks, I finally decided to get my thoughts out there. So let me just go ahead and start with what I like, because there is a good bit of it that I do enjoy. Starting a little general here, I really do like the return to form and the more basic style of gameplay. Do I like it more than modern TF2? I'm not sure, but it's definitely better than just a change of pace, honestly. You get to feel the more delicately designed qualities of TF2's gameplay once everyone is stripped down to mostly stock weapons with the exception of a handful of early unlocks. Speaking of which, how you obtain those unlocks is, in my opinion, another big positive. Achievements. Gold Rush is very reliant on them. There is no drop system on this mod. Instead, you have to obtain your unlocks through milestone achievements, and in my opinion, this is a pretty good change. Not only has it kind of been fun going down memory lane and nabbing some of the old achievements that I only obtained when I first started playing the game, but it also has this notable effect on the gameplay. What it does is it naturally ensures that there's a slight focus towards stock weapons. I mean, this is kind of the case since most people won't have the unlocks for a while. I mean, if you're trying to organically get the achievements like me. But if that doesn't sound fun to you, you've still got options. There's still like a host of achievement servers you can join to speed up the process. And of course, if you want to unlock a specific weapon, you can always target specific achievements to get that weapon. That's not hard at all. With that being said, not every unlock in TF2 is as easy to get because, I mean, some of these achievements are abso-fucking-lutely terrible to try and grind out. I mean, some of them are hard to get just in a gameplay, sure, but some of these, even in achievement servers, they are fucking impossible to get, and I understand that there may be some frustration there. But for me personally, as someone who prefers to use stock weapons most of the time anyway, and only really switches to an unlock if I really feel like I need to, this is a great change for me personally. I think it's nice. Speaking of achievement servers, I feel like it's a good time to bring up the server browser. The server browser has a much greater presence on Gold Rush because, well, casual is no longer in the game. Back in the day, before quick play was even a thing, you would have to just use the server browser to manually connect to the server that you wanted to play. This is no different now in Gold Rush. I've enjoyed this change too, honestly. I mean, if for no other reason than just the fact that servers no longer boot you back to a loading screen after every single round. Instead, the servers are on a fixed timer that changes the map. That is awesome to me. That's just like how I remembered it when I first started playing, and honestly, I think that's the preferable way that I would like to play TF2. I mean, it just feels so good to not have that big fuck off interruption every single round. But there's also way more benefits to this than just the lack of an interruption, let me be clear. In my time playing Gold Rush, I saw significantly less steamrolls than in casual. Because, I mean, I've been playing both casual and Gold Rush recently, and I've mentally noted how many times I've seen a steamroll in Gold Rush versus in casual. You could say that this is a bit of confirmation bias, and yes, I understand that, but at the same time, there have definitely been less steamrolls in Gold Rush. Maybe that's also because the skill level of Gold Rush is more condensed. Obviously, this mod is going to appeal to the more experienced TF2 players than casual, which is going to have a much larger skill range. But there are way more apparent reasons as to why this matchmaking system works so much better than the one in the modern day. Specifically when it comes to steamrolls. Starting off, I mean, with casual, you can't queue against your friends. You can only queue with them, which means that if a 6-stack of players comes into a server and is all talking to each other on like a fucking Discord call, then of course the other team is going to be at a natural disadvantage. It's also worth noting that because rounds end a lot less frequently, like in the traditional reload the server kind of way, games start with half the players almost fucking never. It's great. Unlike in casual, where it's super common to just get into a game where one team has like 8 players and the other team has 4, and the rest of the 4 players on the 4-player team are still connecting and won't be in the fucking game until the enemy team has already capped the point. It's not a problem in Gold Rush. I could go on and on about how modern casual it kind of leads to these steamrolls happening, but just know the point of this video is that you will not be seeing them nearly as often on Gold Rush. Smaller things, but I also feel like it's worth noting, you can find games in maps that you just cannot play in casual TF2. I got fucking footage for Pipeline. For fucking Pipeline. Payload Race Pipeline for the next map ranking video. Holy shit. That came in clutch. Thank you to the one commenter who suggested that idea, because I never even would have thought of that otherwise. On top of that, I also just got to play on some other maps. I mean, I didn't particularly like the Hydro game that I played, but I mean, I got to play it. It was a nice, fun little change of pace, and it didn't really change my opinion of the map, but again, it was fun. I liked that. That was cool. There's other maps that get focused too. I mean, you know, maps that are usually full, like Dust Bowl and Harvest, they get a lot of games in Gold Rush too, so if those are your favorites, you can still enjoy this mod on those, of course. So there's some cool stuff with achievements, some cool stuff with the server browser, and some cool stuff with some of the maps. But what about the voice chat? It's awesome. This is definitely the most subjective thing here, but I fucking loved the voice chat. The voice chat was fucking hilarious for me. It's straight up out of 2009 and 2010, and man, I was having a fucking blast on this. I wouldn't be too much of a criminal. I wouldn't be, you know, too disrespectful on there. Okay, I've gone on and on about my positives, but there are also things that I think should change, or things that the mod should probably watch out for. I mentioned the new maps a couple of times throughout this video, and I understand why they're there. One of the main goals of Gold Rush is that it wants to reinvigorate the original TF2 art style, which includes adding a bunch of maps that fit that art style. I can respect that, I understand that. However, I wish that the maps would also play in the old TF2 way. For example, Process. Process is in this mod. Process, to me personally, does not play like I'd expect a map from 2009 and 2010 to. Process is very much a competitive map. I feel like it's best suited for 6v6, not really the 12v12 style of TF2 game, which 2009 and 2010 is naturally going to be based on. Some of the other community maps are weird. I haven't played a whole lot of them enough to really determine if I like them or not, but the inclusion of them is a bit strange. I mean, some of these, yes, do fit the art style of TF2, but again, the way they play is kind of up in the air for me. Some of them are kind of a mixed bag. I think the biggest criticism of this mod, the one that I've heard everyone talk about, is the balance changes and how they kind of feel a little biased. Bias is the word I hear thrown around a lot. I will say that there are some that I'm not 100% sure about. The Wrangler got a major nerf, and to my knowledge, the shield has been removed. I say to my knowledge because I don't think ever seen somebody use the fucking Wrangler in game. Why? Because it's just not fucking good anymore. It's not really worth it. I'm sure there's some crazy guy who can probably get something insane off with the Wrangler in Gold Rush, but not having the shield is kind of a bust. Auto-aiming your sentry or getting it out of its range has its niches, but without the shield, it just doesn't really feel worth using. Especially when tons of good sentry spots where people can't really peek from far away exist. Some people also complain about the old Sandman, and maybe I'm kind of showing my age here, but I really don't mind the old Sandman. Stun mechanics are kind of a no-no in modern gaming, and I understand fully. You might fucking hate that. That can get annoying. But for me, while I was playing, I saw the Sandman a lot, and I didn't really get annoyed by it. I mostly just didn't get hit by the ball or retreated whenever I did. I just tend to play a little more safe, I guess. But generally speaking, I never really saw any weapons that felt crazy overtuned. Just maybe a little undertuned. As I mentioned though, games tend to rely heavily on stock weapons because not everybody has the unlockable weapons that you have to get through achievements. So generally I didn't run into this as like some kind of huge problem. It was mostly just something in the background that was there and maybe does need to be fixed later on. But what's the big takeaway? Okay, I've rambled a lot. What's the big takeaway from me playing this mod? Well, I think this mod is really special to me. I really, really like it, and I had a ton of fun on it. I'm saying this genuinely, like truthfully, with someone with over 3,000 hours in TF2, I had some of the most fun I have ever had in TF2 playing on this mod. But here's kind of the kicker. I'm not confident that this mod is going to last on its own as it is now. I think it's going to have to go through changes, fixing some of the balance changes, maybe adding a more established map rotation, who knows. But however it's changed, I think it needs to be changed quite publicly, I guess you could say. If the changes don't reach the public or don't reach the player base that eventually got tired of the mod, then they're only going to see their numbers dwindle. I'm just saying that I think this mod is going to have to be continuously refined, continuously advertised, and continuously placed in the community's mind in order to really succeed, at least in the long term. If it isn't, I think this mod is really going to run the risk of just being kind of an opportunity for the old heads of TF2 to like meet for a few months and maybe run some nostalgic games and then I guess, I don't know, fuck off back to casual. I really don't want that to be the case, but I'm very much worried that it is. So that's partially why I'm making this video, just to keep talking about it, to keep community discussion alive, and to hopefully show this mod to some newer players who may want to try something different with their TF2 experience. Again, this mod is free. It is free on Steam. If you have TF2, you can play this mod right now. I'll even leave a link in the description. Screw it. Like, well, why not? It's really fun, and here's a fun little compilation to, of all the bullshit and the clips that I'm never gonna get to use again. Okay, Yaks Beezy.
Guys.
Holy shit, that's the whole team, buddy. That's the whole fucking team. I'm out.
Fucker, fucking heal me! Every time I go in, I'm calling for medic.
It's no use! It's no use! Stop it, guys! Stop it! They're gonna count! Money, get on the point, Money! Come on! No!
Fuck you, Money. Fuck you. Fuck you.
You got guns. Shut the man!
Fuck Hydro. Fuck Hydro. Get off Hydro. Get off Hydro.
We are Charlie Kirk.
Let's have Hostini Hydro sex. He's gonna go goon for 5 minutes and then come back.
Why the hell do I have two medics? I'm a spy. Turn requests me and I'm blocking you. Turn the corner and he just instantly headshots me because he has speed.
Get bugged.
What are you doing, you cheating sniper? Look, he's cheating. Everybody look. I was invisible.
He's a fucking furry. Kill me! The reason I like Money can't get top of the scoreboard is because he's playing with furry paws. Man, look at that
And then you still have to deal with.
You just got freaking dominated, Knucklehead. You just got freaking dominated, Knucklehead.
I have been in many TF2 servers to know that this is out.
Many TF2
I'm gonna fucking have sex with you, Alex. I'm gonna rape your fucking ass.
Turn that fucking shit off.